Well, this is interesting. It appears that I am an hour earlier than people were expecting me to. I did intend to start an hour earlier, but maybe I'm too early? Do we want me to push this back an hour and I can start then? Missup says it's fine. I think we're just going to miss a few people at the start, but this will be the new time if it's the right time, if that makes sense. We've got a bunch of people? Okay, let's just do it then. Let's Terra some Invictus. First things first, I need to fix the old chat window. We wanted it a little bit bigger last time. More stream. I can't update Discord until the current event is over, but I'll do it before I go to bed if I remember. How is everybody doing? That was a bit of an odd start. I hope you're all good. Hey Toasted, hey Mishaps, hey Core, hey Kite, hey Neutron. How are you all doing? Thanks for being here. I mean, for me, it's just you would have been streaming for an hour already before DST here. Okay. Look, the world, Daylight Savings is the worst. It has caused nothing but disasters for me and my pets this last couple of weeks, because they want to get fed. Same time as normal for you. So it just depends, I guess. Hey, Silver Grey Wolves. The bonus of me starting at this time is, depending on how tired I get, I could go for an extra hour at the end. So it's kind of a bonus for everybody if I manage to stay awake long enough, basically. Alright, I did fall asleep at the end of the last stream, so I need to get caught up a little bit. Let's just have a look. Mines of Titan. I'll have to check that out, Toasted. Put a link to it in the Discord. We've managed to get holds of Papua New Guinea, and we are waiting to bring that in to the South, the Republic of the Southern Cross. Cool, that's good to know. Oh, aliens got a station on the moon. I think you're in danger. That does sound pretty hard. I have had enough sleep, so check that out. And then eventually we want to start building our way into Indonesia, because we have claims on some of it. Frost was just in the Eep? I doubt it. Oh, that's very, very cruel of you. Gotta be honest, I looked at it 7 times. It makes take an hour of sleep mid-semester, but do kind of appreciate the other one that gives me an hour. Yes, the extra hour of sleep is lovely. Okay, so war is over, I believe. Let's just make sure of that before I make any assumptions. Yes, we are not at war with the alien administration right now. We are in control of 2 research areas. That's a big change for us. So we've got coal guns and inertial confinement fusion on the way, and we'll be able to take this over. We also have ring cores under research and ultraviolet laser cannons, which we're thinking about putting on the front of our spaceships. What we need to start doing is we need more mission control, and we need to start coming up with our eventual plan for moving our main setup out to Jupiter. Now, Frosty does rhyme with EP. We don't control coal guns, the blue guys do. No, we control coal guns. Oh, no. Yeah, 4,671 versus 4,447. We control it, just. We just took it back from them. No, 4671 is higher than 4447, right? I'm not insane. Yeah, we control coal guns. What I was saying was we need to get ready. We need to start planning our expansion to Jupiter. What does it cost to direct invest in mission control in New Guinea? I think it's because they're very close. What faction is fighting in the Indonesia areas, and how will that change your plans? That's a really good point, that they're fighting in Indonesia. And I hadn't really taken that into account. So, it is the Dominican Republic, Indonesia, and South Korea are at war with America and the alien administration. Now, you would expect that to be pretty terrifying. But let's not forget that South Korea, I think, have pretty decent armies. And most of these armies are in really bad, a really bad way. The servants are going crazy. Yeah, the servants are indeed going crazy. We need to get off Earth, because the public opinion is getting pretty intense. We're the second most popular faction. I love how there's 14% undecided. Like, the world is literally ending. Aliens are invading. Spaceship debris is raining down from the sky. But 14% of Earth's population is undecided. Also, I just realized you can't see my mouse pointer. Can you not see my mouse pointer? Thanks, Toasted. Can you really not see my mouse pointer? I thought you could see my mouse pointer all this time. Or is it just not coming through on the stream preview for me? Let me know if you can see the mouse pointer. That's a pretty big deal. You can't see the mouse pointer. Can you see it when I'm on this screen? Like, when I'm on Earth or anything? Have you not been able to see my mouse cursor this entire time? I guess you can see me highlighting stuff, but you can't actually see my mouse cursor on screen. How do I fix that? Oh, I know what the problem is. Hang on. I know what the issue is. You should be able to see my mouse screen. Mouse cursor. Okay, now you should be able to see my mouse cursor. There we go. Yeah, I fixed it. No, we will not make US politics jokes. This is a family-friendly stream. Okay, I should probably start playing the game, right? I'm in a good mood, by the way. I don't know if you can tell. So, what we need to do is we need to get mission control on the way. Now, people want me to check mission control investment in Indonesia. At the moment, we can't build mission control at all. I think they may have reached their limit on mission control. Build army, develop military boost. They can only develop boost. So Papua New Guinea can't even do anything for mission control for us. Unfortunately. Let's start by getting Human to defend Kazakhstan, right? That needs to happen. Now, what else is going on in our nation states? Everywhere else is defended. Public opinion is down to 49% in Singapore and the Central Asian Union. There you go. Kite says they're at 1 at 1. And we have a little bit of unrest in PNG, but that's to be expected because we just took it over. So what we want to focus on is getting the public opinion up in, Singapore and the Central Asian Union a little bit. And we need to do something about this. Now, there is a problem in that, yes, Humanity First are at war with the US. And we've got another person I need to just quickly ban. There we go, they're gone. So taking it's going to be a little bit of a pest because I don't really want to get Humanity First to hate us. In terms of, we don't have any claims on Malaysia, but Borneo does. The Philippines, no one has claims on the Philippines. I don't really have any claims on like main Asia area. And then there is a Russia-Japanese claim on this, I think it's this island here. Yeah, this is a claim we have on Russia. Okay, I see why they're at war. It's because Humanity First have South Korea as well. South Korean are at 5.7. What are our armies at? 5.7 as well. So South Korea has actually pretty good armies. Fixed striking of one mind before I forget. Oh, okay, yeah, I'll do that when I get to it. Okay, let's plan out the rest of this turn. So, I believe we found an alien last time. We don't still have access to them. Although this person here, who has 18% chance to be detected, that's probably the alien. We could just do a quick investigation on them and find out if that's the case. How many ops do I have? 1.5k. Let's see if that is the alien.
Surveilling target.
I can get claims to some text. Yes, that's how I have the claims that I have. But I will be able to get more claims if I keep pushing it. What else do we want to do? So we've done that. Oh, by the way, subtract MOT is 40% off. Okay, that's good to know. So we've got Blonde, Yoma, Groucho. We'll get Blonde to do public campaigning in Singapore, which is what looks like he was doing last time.
I will try to sway the public.
And Yoma can investigate alien activity in Ahmedabad. Groucho is, I think they were surveilling in this area because I didn't have anything else for them to do last time. Is there anything? Oh wow, this is a totally new hostile takeover screen. Okay, let me take a second to get my head around it. So we've got mission chance percentage. Warning symbol indicates the active counselor cannot take possession of this organ or go into the faction org pool. Assigned counselor, if the org is assigned a faction pool, the faction will be here instead. Org tier, this is a rough indicator of the power of the org. So the highest we can get looks like level 3, these 4 level 2 orgs. This is a much better way of doing this. We can actually look for specific things. So if I want admin, okay, there's actually no admin orgs available, but I can search by admin. If I want mission control, I could search by mission control. That's really quite cool. I can also search by specific, oh wow. I can search by what abilities they give as well. That's massive. That's really good. That's a big change. There's nothing that I really want. I should actually check about level ups. We've got a level up on Groucho. They're currently at 25 admin and 18 command. I want to keep leveling their command up because they're my war leader. We've got 6 on Hard Python, 5 on Human, 7 on Kerman, 13 on Blonde. Blonde actually has some admin capacity left. We could get in the 5th US Special Forces group, apparently. No, we can't get that because we haven't got a control point. Is he from America? He's from Singapore. No, where's he from? He's from Munich, EU, so I don't know why it's saying that he can get the US Special Forces. There's also the Sequoia Research Group. I don't think we want any of these right now. Lifestar Orbital, give boost in space science research. Akamos's energy research. These guys give command. What I'm looking for really is more minerals. That's what we want. It's like a whole new game. You must have an American Council. I do have an American Council, actually. Hey, Winterwolf, how's it going? Thanks very much for the support. I really appreciate it. Alright, we'll leave Blonde for the moment. Yeah, it's everyone leveled up. I need to get my game plan in motion. let's finish up setting this turn up. So we've got one public opinion in
Standing by for orders.
Singapore. The other one was in the Central African Union, who aren't too hard to cheer on. I don't think anyone left who can cheer. No, I don't. Let's get. I want to get Jebediah to investigate that potential alien.
Where to?
We're going to get Groucho to surveil. I'm looking for more of the alien administration stuff.
Where to?
They must have built more facilities, and I wanted to see if we can locate them.
On Overwatch.
Yeah, I think hard is Groucho Marx is from the U.S. A political asylum, I think, is why she left. Okay, let's confirm assignments for the turn. We have ships on the way. We currently have no mission control under construction. If we quickly jump out to to Mercury. So we have I think it's on Mercury. Some of our sites have been building. This is Castle Camelot. Op centers, which give one mission control because the power here is great. So what I would like to do is really start farming mission control in Mercury, but we're going to need a fleet to defend it. And I think I need ring halves before I can push that too far, so we can really start stacking a whole ton of ops on one space station. So it's not really cost effective until we have the next level up of both the size of them. So let's, yes, they did love setting those riots, didn't they? Let's just speed things up and get things ticking over. We're basically waiting for that. That ring halves tech is vitally important to us. Okay, we've got an alien fleet has arrived.
Protecting our interests.
That's fine.
On Overwatch.
Eyes up.
Is there a mining core colony on Mercury that can go to tier 2? Was that Castle Camelot that we were just looking at? Oh yeah, it's at tier 1. No, this is a tier 2 settlement mining complex, I think. If I do upgrade on modules, yeah, it just upgrades the shipyard. Do I have enough fuel for that? Enough power for that? Oh yeah, tons of power. Okay. Our fleets are moving away from missile fleets. That's correct. So if I go Project Exodus and I go Mercury, you're fine. Yeah. So you got an outpost mining complex, so you need to be upgraded to a settlement mining complex. And okay, that was the only one that needed upgrading. Good catch there, Kite. I'd missed that. So we're basically going lasers and kind of railguns at the moment. We're currently got no ships building, I don't think. We finished a lot of shipbuilding last stream. But our main ships at the moment are... Is it the Disco Balls or the Soul class? We need to... Hang on. We need to obsolete a few of these ships. So it's the Soul block too. So let's obsolete this. We'll obsolete the Boondoggle. We'll obsolete the Disco Ball. We'll obsolete the Aegis, the Maginot. The Crash Test I will leave. That's currently our... That needs to be... We need a Mark 7. And we'll get rid of the Astarte. So the Soul block 2 is our main ship at the moment. And it is a ultraviolet laser battery, a small laser battery, and a point defense arc laser turret with Pegasus drives and a reasonable amount of armor. So we're waiting for a couple of techs. We'll get coil guns soon, and we may switch to doing mass coil guns. You can now hide obsolete ships by ticking the box at the top. That's amazing. Boom. There we go. How much better is that? That's excellent. All right, it would be great to turn a servant councilor, but they're so hard to turn because of the mind control. All right, let's continue the turn. Let's get some progress done this stream.
Surveillance complete.
Let's close this as well.
We've moved the needle.
New alien fleet. New alien fleet. Taking a sip of tea. How is everybody doing? I'm doing good. Finally had a good sleep. Took me a week to get caught up with sleep. I'm not
Recon
lying.
complete.
This is a sad track, isn't it? Let's turn the music up a little bit, I think. There we go. Wow, this is a turn where not much is happening. There hasn't been an update here for ages. Wow, that was a very short turn. A very quiet turn compared to what we normally deal with. You want to go to bed? So tired. Don't make me keep you up. Okay, so Jebediah investigated what I thought was the alien last turn. It was the alien. So we do have Xenoform Alpha 3. And I mean, we could do something about him. He was spending... I'm going to turn back down a little bit. It's a little bit loud. He was spending a lot of time last stream couping nations with mind control. Do we actually want to do something with this guy? If we were to kill him, or we were to get him into jail, it would make the aliens angry with us again. So what I really want to do is kind of highlight him to our other allies to deal with and get their anger at him. But I just don't see them doing that. If I break, the problem with bridging him is we'll just get into another hell war, and I don't want to do that.
Ready to go.
Yes, almost been on Earth for 20 years. Yeah, he's been around for a while. I think there's another one as well, but Alpha 3, I think, was the one we found last time. Look at this. This is really interesting with these really low orbital stations here. It's a bit nuts here in New Zealand. The weather's getting worse for the North Island. We've just had the warmest day in April since 2014 here in Melbourne, so weather's definitely being strange.
Where do you need me?
Okay, let's have a quick look at our factional layout here. So we are looking at Singapore is down to 48% public opinion, despite me consistently bombing it with opinion. This is not a good look. Everywhere else is looking fine. We want to try and keep everything over 60, but Singapore, I need to do something about that. Singapore is a big part of our economy. I don't want to lose it, so I'm going to get blonde, and I'm also going to get human.
Ready for my mission.
Your orders?
Where's public opinion? Does she not have? Oh no, it's changed to Groucho Marx.
Standing by.
Public opinion. I'm going to get both of them to hit Singapore.
I will tell our story.
I've already sent Yomamo to protect Southern Cross. That's already done. Hey, Craig West. I may have been cheating on you by watching someone else's Terra Invicta video. Hey, I'm really glad to see that other people are producing Terra Invicta videos. Also, did everybody who is interested that is here see the Nebulous Fleet Command dev diary that came out today? Because there's details on the campaign. Oh, have I spelt it wrong? Great. Invivta. No, it is Invivta. If public opinion keeps dropping and it's alien doing, we have no choice but to do something unless you can offset the losses. You're watching Payron at the moment. The campaign stuff looks awesome. I love the look of that fleet carrier. Okay, what we're going to do is I'm going to get Hard Python to surveil here just in case there's somebody in hiding in this region. Also, I just noticed that this has moved to the right hand side, so I missed it. Is there an intelligence sharing option? Yes, he also plays Exodus. Oh, really? Copying the best of us, I see. The intelligence sharing comes down to finding the people and actually talking to them. But I don't think we can share intelligence. I don't know if there's with Storm gathering strength. That sucks. I hope it stays safe. Okay, Groucho, I want you to attack alien assets in Chicago.
We're going in.
And then Jebediah, I want you to keep investigating the alien for now. But we're going to have something else for you to do soon, I think.
Eyes on target.
All right, confirm. It's pre-gen ships. Oh, really? What's pre-gen ships? Oh, for the... Well, what Liz was saying in the devlog was they were considering having a New Game Plus mode where you could go in with your own ships once you complete the campaign. And also, it looks like the tools to make your own campaigns are in there from the start. Hey, Miraz, how's it going? So it doesn't look like that. There's no hope of that at all.
Protecting our interests.
Okay, that's Southern Cross
Setting
protected.
a watch.
It doesn't look like we can split the fleet. It looks like the fleet comes together, the fleet travels together.
Person of interest.
It's interesting that a lot of people have mentioned the High Fleet campaign to her, and that she doesn't like the High Fleet campaign. Oh no. Bishtek is seeing an explosion in growth of alien life forms. The scale of aphid life forms is already a whole ecosystem in itself. Environmental agencies are concerned that its growth could spiral out of control if not addressed immediately, while xenobiologists argue that this presents a unique chance to study the alien's ecosystem on a larger scale. There's nothing we can do about it for now. We're definitely not picking that. Dispatch teams to burn away as much as possible. We spend 20 ops. The spread of xenoforming in Bishtek will increase by a small amount. We can arrange for our researchers to have full access to the site. Cost 20 influence. We gain 300 science, which is nothing. The spread of xenoforming in Bishtek region will increase by a medium amount. We can invoke the Suddering Flowering as a sign from above. Only the servants can do that. Increase by a large amount of xenoforming. I think we're going to dispatch teams to burn away as much as we can. That's really all we can do here. Maybe this has real potential, but I was playing Sea Power and actually thought that was basically what I always wanted from David, which was basically Sea Power in space. I've got Sea Power. I was very lucky to get a copy of it, but I haven't been able to really find content to show off yet.
Score one for the good guys.
Yet. So I need to reinvestigate it. I think Nebfleet is very similar in ways to High Fleet. I don't see this comment as Liz not liking High Fleet. She sees the flaws in High Fleet is trying to update. Liz's issue, I think, was she found that transitioning from the very cool fleet simulation part of High Fleet into the combat quite jarring. Okay, so these people I've actually sent to automatically attack xenoforms, so that's why they're moving over. Okay, we're on to a new turn. Very quiet these turns. Not a lot is happening. It's very weird to have such quiet turns after so much activity for so long. We are still in the lead, or we're massively in the lead on coal guns now. I could actually potentially do this and stay in the lead. We'll need to keep an eye on it and make sure the servants don't overtake us, but it does mean that we can finish these researches a little bit faster, which is what I would like. Let's have a quick look at nation states first of all. So let's do this. So everywhere is protected. We are okay. Singapore is finally out of the toilet in terms of public opinion. We are pretty much out of unrest. I love how it's your biggest complaint. Not even sure how they would do anything about it either. Yeah, to dot road. The tradition very grounded that Cold War chaos similar to very silly 2D arcade ship combat is a bit of a thing. I agree with you there. It's a fun look. The silly 2D arcade game ship combat is a lot of fun. It loses a lot of the atmosphere, I think, when it gets into it. Highflink is jank with love. There's a lot of love of that jank in that game. Okay, let's first of all have a look at Jebediah. Is this a new version of Terra where mines are MC free in cost? What it is, X, is you are allowed a certain amount of mines for free. So if you look in the middle of the window that I've popped up here, we operate 18 of 18 allowed mines with no mission control costs, and then they start to cost more after you have 18 mines. So you're incentivized to kind of decommission old mines to set up newer mines rather than just have an infinite number of mines continually forever. But it also is less punishing at the start of the game when you don't have a lot of mission control. You can still get some mines set up. Hey Crash, that's how you doing? So again, Alpha 3 needs one more turn before we make a decision about them. So I'm just going to tell Jebediah to investigate them one more time so we get their true loyalty, which we know will be 24. 25. Another thing that's got me a bit worried was at the end there was something mentioned about having some AI director. I actually... AI directors done well are amazing. AI directors done badly
at your service
can be game ruining. Yeah, Core. I think what you said. So Crash. Not much has happened so far. It's actually been really quiet. We've mostly been talking about Nebulous. One of the things that could go wrong with an AI director is you end up with what happened with Homeworld 2, where it had scaling difficulty, and if you did what I did, which is save everyone on mission 2 and harvest all the resources and build a big fleet, you end up going into mission 3 and finding battleships before you even have ion cannon frigates. So if it scales in a way that sucks, then it's a huge disaster. But that might not happen. We just have to kind of wait and see a little bit, which also sucks.
Making our case.
I'm going to just keep pushing public opinion here and in Papua New Guinea.
We must persuade the people.
And then we have some stuff to attack. So we've got alien life forms in Bishtak and the United States of America. You can take those out.
Standing by.
You can take out the ones in Bishtak. No, actually, you take out the ones in America, because you do a little bit of ops to help you.
Heading to the LZ.
And then we'll still Groucho to the ones in Bishtak.
Standing by.
She can just take them out with no problem.
Gear up.
And then Python, I really need you to start inspiring Groucho, but I need to investigate Groucho to find out what her loyalty is, so we'll do that soon.
I'll make sure they're on our side.
And that should be everything we need for now. Let's confirm that turn. We're basically waiting for ring habs at the moment before we do any more expansion. I think Nebulous is also less prone to that than something like Homeworld, just due to the way the hulls are balanced, and especially since we're ANS in the campaign. Yeah, I think you're right.
I believe they'll stay loyal to the cause.
Well, that's probably, Crash, that's probably one of the reasons why Liz wants to control what ships are in the campaign, because their focus is on new players, and she specifically mentioned in the video that they expect a certain percentage of players to jump into the campaign without ever playing Skirmish, without ever playing the tutorial, and it needs to be accessible for them. There's a much wider audience to appeal to than the audience that plays multiplayer at the moment and theory crafts multiplayer at the moment, and I think for us who do that, it sounds frustrating that the campaign will be restricted, but if you think about it from an attracting new players to the game perspective, having the campaign be restricted means that more players will get into it, which hopefully means that more players will come into the game, and you'll get a better multiplayer scene, which isn't quite so at the high level, if that makes sense, which is something that we're seeing at the moment.
I have new information.
Interesting. We're actually struggling against the xenoforms here. It's a good job that we've got Groucho Marx here to fight them, because they're actually losing the fight against the xenoforms.
Public sentiment is increasingly
Yeah,
with
they
us.
definitely won't be
The
invincible ships.
people will come to our side.
What I would love is an almost roguelike mechanic where you have to draft your ships as you jump from space to space. But I'm not sure how many people would actually like that. Okay, we just had a whatchamacallit, a resistance ship, the frigate Autolycus, join us. It's an extreme Earth orbit. It has no delta V, so it's stuck here. It is... Let me just zoom out a bit. I hate the noise of being too close to ships. What is its build? It has a 250 centimeter infrared laser cannon and 2 Artemis torpedo bays they're almost empty. But I really don't like the player ship focus. The thing is you have to have a narrative to tie the story around. That's why you have a player ship. One thing about Neb's campaign which we need is the devs said that co-op would be possible. Yes, co-op would be really exciting. Because Nebus is a niche game and as cool as it is, it makes multiplayer intimidating to try and get into because it's a small community that's been playing for so long. That's, Shinobu, you were on the nose with that comment. 3K Fleet Carrier swabbing you. There's nothing we can do about this. I thought it was Resistance. The Resistance ship Autoclus is now reporting to Project Exodus. I don't think this can make it to any of our shipyards, right? So if I send it to... where is it? Even Bethelgate. It can't make it to Bethelgate. It can't make it to Station. It can't make it to Sales Center. It can't take it to Elon's hideout. It doesn't have the Delta V to get to anywhere. It is a lost ship. I'm going to have to scuttle it. I'm forced to scuttle it because it has no Delta V. So, thanks. That's it being scuttled. In order to sell the ship back, I would need to find someone from their faction and give it to them. It would take too long. Sea Power has also a story mission
Target
pack.
secured.
Maybe it's not Sea Power I'm thinking
Target
of.
secured.
What is the game I'm thinking of it? Hang on a second. Let me just quickly check the game I'm thinking of. It's not Sea Power, I don't think. Do I still have it installed? Yeah, it is Sea Power. Okay, I'll have to have a look at those mission packs because I have Sea Power installed. I just haven't been able to find any content to make for it. So that's good to know that there's mission packs. There's nothing else being concerned that you can't deal without a massive point imbalance. Yeah, I'm guessing a major point for the campaign will be some war crime printed by NS, either nukes or something else. It's absolutely a major event. Yeah, there's 2 acts, and it feels like Act 1 probably will be quite small scale. Act 2 will be bigger. Project X is consolidating except control Papua New Guinea. This unlocks certain powerful options for the set policy of the nation, including joining living federations and unifying with other nations. Okay, that's good to know. I've accepted the campaign tools. Yes, there's going to be some really cool modded campaigns, I think. I think that's going to be big for longevity for the game is when these campaigns start going. Okay, Castle Marin has finished its nanofac. I'm enjoying this discussion, everybody. Thank you for taking part. I don't like the tension building music, though. Okay, that's another turn over. Yeah, after you capture high... I have to say, the first time I captured Kiva, I was not expecting there to be another bit. If they send 300 rocket shuttles, you're going to die. Yeah. Okay, let's... first thing I wanted to have a look at, and I've forgotten now. Oh, it's Papua New Guinea. Can we consolidate with... we should be able to add it into... Yeah, we can consolidate with Papua New Guinea. So that's one of the things we're going to do this turn. We'll get Yomamo to set national policy here and consolidate.
At your service.
There's during the campaign can't be extended in the future to include more things alongside the community ones as well. Exactly. And more ships and more events. It could be really great. Also, it's the most difficult thing a carrier Axford Duo could face at the starting fleet is heavily reliant on missiles and strike craft. Yeah. Also, bear in mind that everything is subject to change. It's very early days for the campaign.
I'm here.
You saw how much Conquest changed over its lifespan, even though it didn't really fully come out. There was still a lot of changes in there. So I wouldn't hold your breath that what you saw today is the final version. Just more of a sneak peek into what they're planning. It's definitely a, let them cook situation more than a, this is definitely what it's going to look like when we're finished. I'm just going to do some public campaigning
We must persuade the people.
in
Where do
Papua
you
New
need
Guinea.
me?
And
Reporting in.
what we need to do now
Standing by for orders.
is we need to decide what we're doing with this alien.
I'm here.
Because we're now at the level where we have all of his details. We can see him fully. If we wanted to bridge him, we could. I don't think we should. And I think detaining him is just as bad. I think that will piss the aliens off just as much. I really want to expose this alien, but I don't see how we can expose him to another faction without... Well, there's no way to do it, right? I haven't seen anything about the XCOM Star Wars game, except that it's potentially being revealed. Honestly, I'm pretty over Star Wars in general. Okay? But I'm willing to give things a try.
Initiating surveillance.
Exactly, Crash Test.
Acknowledged.
I just want to slow them down, so I'm not going to do anything. In terms of other things to do, I think I just want to keep surveilling. We've dealt with the xenoforms that were here. I think I should actually surveil in the two
Initiating
locations
recon.
that I captured to
What's
make
the-
sure that they are actually safe.
Initiating surveillance.
In the intel sharing in order for another faction to see the end, yeah. And I don't have that level of happiness with anybody yet. We could try and reach out to
Eyes up.
someone.
Initiating recon.
I think we've missed the boat for
We've
Knights of the
got some
Republic
intel on our target.
remake. Honestly, in a post Baldur's Gate 3 world, I don't see how Knights of the Republic
Public opinion is moving in our
can
direction.
come back without a full
We've
remake.
moved the needle.
Oh, what is this? Oh, this is one of the remixes from the XCOM Legacy soundtrack. This is the
Mission
mission complete.
complete.
Okay, we're gonna federate with Papua New Guinea. Papua New Guinea under control. Project X has decided to join the Federation of the Republic of Southern Cross. They will be in permanent alliance and share space program funding and boost. Is that new? When you federate, do they share space program funding and boost now? Assassinate Tate has the same hate. Well, there you go. Maybe get a buddy resistance. That's worth doing, actually. Let's see if we can find a resistance agent to buddy up with. We tried to give them stuff a while ago, and they didn't want anything from us. But we can totally try again. Okay, who did you detect, Jebediah?
Standing by.
That's an Academy agent. Well, I think we're not too far off the Academy. We're in a non-aggression pact with them. They tolerate us. We are accepting contact missions from this faction. Click to know all contacts of the enemy. We'll hear offers to improve relations. Okay. We could try and chat to them. I don't see a reason why not to. I can get Yoma
I'm
to do
here.
that. What I'll do is, where's the handshakey icon? Oh, I just scrolled everything off the screen. And I can't get it back. Yomamon no longer has any
Ready
missions
for
available.
my mission.
Ready
Let's
for
try
my
that
mission.
a little slower. Nope, off the screen again.
Reporting in.
Standing by for
Nope.
orders.
Oh my goodness.
Where do you need me?
Let's
At
try
your
this
service.
really slowly. Nah. Okay, I can't get her to do that. It's gonna have to be Hard Python instead. Okay, you make
Initiating
thing there, and
contact.
I'll get Jebediah to see
What's
if they
the
can
up?
find somebody else.
Ready to go.
Oh, everyone's gone to ground by the looks of it. I'm actually going to get Jebediah to go to ground because they are well liked by everybody. Let's go to ground in Darwin, as always.
Hunkering down.
And then Human. How's
Ready
our
to
public
go.
opinion looking?
Acknowledged.
Should us investigate alien? Okay. Well, that's all good. We've got Hard Python doing it. Public opinion is 56% in the Central Asian Union. So we're just going to stamp that out a little bit. We're definitely struggling on public opinion all of a sudden. And I think that's because of the global
Making our
malice that the aliens
What's the op?
have to public opinion just on everybody.
Acknowledged.
Every time we skim us a UI update, we find some other tiny UI thing. Not being able to scroll on Yomomo is hilarious. Taiwan is a control point crackdown. Perhaps we can work on integrating Taiwan into China. We do not have the control points currently to add anywhere. We just had enough to bring Papua New Guinea in at the moment, so I can't hit Taiwan. It's micro. This would be dealing with a full fleet carrier, cruise missile frigate, 3 crystal beam stone. There's a lot of micro there. Yeah. Yeah, let's see if we can find the resistance. That's definitely a good idea. We've got aliens to fight in St. Louis, so we'll send Yoma Maw with a bit of ops to back her up.
Gear up.
And Groucho, there's no
Ready
one else
to
for
go.
Groucho to fight. We'll do a surveil with her. Actually, we'll send Groucho to fight the aliens because she can do it with
Taking
no
it
problem.
to them.
Ready to go.
And then we'll get Yoma to surveil. Again, I just want to keep an eye on the Russians.
Eyes up.
Let's see what's going on there. We're getting really close to Ringhabs. We need this to complete before we can do our next stages of evolution, basically. This is a wild track, by the way.
Evading pursuit.
Surveilling target area.
Making contact.
Leave
Leave
Earth.
Earth if
Oh.
you must. We will safeguard humankind ourselves.
Alright, what can we get off them? I want to do intelligence sharing. They actually are quite happy to do intelligence sharing with me. There's a mutual agreement for both factions to share with each other. It requires maintaining a non-aggression pact. So I can just straight up do that. Got any interesting orcs? Any level 3 orcs for me? No, just level 2s. No, there's one level 3. Ishtar Brands. Plus 5 admin, plus 1% economy. That's about it. There's no habs I really want. Got any projects I want? Hydrox penetrative warhead missions, no. Let's just get intelligence sharing on the board. I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, we now have all of their intelligence, which is good. But we want to do that with the resistance as well. I'd really like to get the resistance on side.
The people will come to our side.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
New servant fleets are getting built. Yeah, it's actually a remix of the XCOM 2 dropship music. Of the XCOM, actually. Alien fleet, okay, there's an alien fleet in orbit.
By the numbers!
Alien fleet launches for low Earth orbit 1. That probably means it's going to drop somebody off or bombard. That's pretty good, Kai. We've completed the Ring Core project. Rings are Tier 3 station habitats. Upgrading an orbital core to a Ring Core unlocks 8 additional module slots at the station for a total of 20 modules in addition to the core. This allows construction of larger Tier 3 modules. It allows a faction to found rings. Allows the construction of the following HAM modules, Ring Core. The following projects may unlock for us to research in the future. Our current chances are... Oh god, the dog made me jump. So battle stations, which are the upgrade to LDAs, fission reactor farms, information science, and these are all the science ones. So this is what we need. Okay, so what are we researching next? Resi modules I want down the road because I want the next level up of these when we get to Jupiter. We're going to start building our population in that sector if we can. Smart spacecraft defenses is 5% less damage for 20,000 research. I think advanced rail cannon might be obsolete now considering we're getting coil guns. Space Navy Academy's chance that an officer will spawn or promote from any triggered event is increased by 1,000%. Sorry, 100%, not 1,000%. She's going to bark in a second, by the way. Space Force Basic Training. The chance that an officer will spawn or event from any triggering event increases by 50%. These feel like new researchers. Space Navy Academies and Space Force Basic Training. I don't think we had these before. Hey, Demonicus, it's actually been pretty quiet so far. Need Solar Farm ASAP, then AG. Hey, Iskander, how's it going? Is he playing any Neb again anytime soon? Maybe. Let me just sort the dog out. I just need to put her back to bed. I'll be 2 seconds. And then I need to work out what I'm researching. Bear with me. Alright, I'm back. I just need to wrap her up in a blanket. Okay, so there's a lot of stuff we need to pick up. We do also need to finish a new home. We also need to finish a Great Journey Ahead. I don't think there's anything else down here. We also, I think, need to research their wormholes and their purpose. I feel like we don't currently have a research devoted to getting alien information. The Tetra is still kind of intimidating for me and probably my own personal skill getting to Terra Invicta. It is so intimidating. You haven't missed too much, Iskander. It's mostly been us cleaning up a little bit after the war and waiting for ring habs. What does neural engineering do? Where's neural engineering? You know, I'd still love a search. A search I could type in. Neural engineering. Oh, this is actually huge. This is the upgraded cybernetic interfaces for our agents. Was Vital hit there before? Vital point shell targeting. Our shipboard magnetic weapons do 10% bonus damage. That wasn't there before. I think we should get neural engineering. There's Lady Park, barely a woof. Yeah, because she's sleepy. She's not really into it. Alien computers, where's that? I don't see it in the list, but there's a lot of things overlapping each other in my brain. Alien computers. National investment points reduce mission control increased by 25%. National. Oh, this is actually great. This is actually really good for us. I think we should do alien computers first and then neural engineering because this gets us 25% bonus to national investment into mission control. That's massive. Yeah, but I want to search in this window core. We're going to do alien computers. That's a really big research for us. Okay, now we need to start upgrading stations to rings. This is going to take a while, and I don't want to do them all at once. I kind of want to do them one by one, I think. Ugh, it's just there's a lot to take in. The first one I want to do is our shipyard. So that's station. Station is currently just shipyards and a layer defense array. Do I just upgrade everything to a ring core now? Ring cores need more mission control, I believe. So the ring core requires 4 mission control, whereas the orbital core requires 3 mission control. So every ring core I upgrade is going to require 1 more mission control. I have 128 right now, which if my very tired math works out, I can upgrade 11 stations to tier 3 without needing about going over our, I say do it once, or at least the big chunks. I think I'm going to do all of, we can get away with quite a lot of them. Does adding Marines give up? Yes, it does. Upgrade orbital core from space, 60 days. It's going to cost nothing. So we're just going to go down the list and upgrade these, I think, until we run out of potential. Because if I mouse over this now, it'll tell me our next mine. No, it doesn't actually tell me that we've got more mission control under construction. Or does it do it when I upgrade here? Yeah, okay. It tells us it actually upgrades here straight away. So I'm just going to go down the list. Because these are all research stations that I do want to upgrade.
Okay, and Challenger, Gene, you're going to go out, and once you get out, maybe Jack.
This is an important station. This is Clarkdad's oversight. This is another shipyard station. Where is this? Is it the Mercury orbit? Yeah. 12 ups for tier 2 Marine barracks. Let's keep upgrading. What we can do is once we get tier 3 stations and we get tier 3 upgrade slots, we can actually start putting stations together in terms of their research. So we'll need half as many stations to do more research. It's actually a really big change to how the game runs. Alright, on to Bethel Gate. This will just take a couple of minutes. Admin center just MC cost the cost of boost income. Yeah, I've got admin centers on my mines. How are we doing for mission control? To 135. There's a couple. We'll get all of our stations done. We'll have enough mission control for all of our stations. A proper copper coffee pot is the next one. And then Elon's hideout is the last station. I thought we had a station in Mars orbit. Ah, we do. It's down here. We've got Castle Mariana. Do I have enough? Yeah, I do. Alright, I'll have a good mishaps. Thanks for hanging out. And then Castle Mariana. I don't know why it's all the way down here. But this is our shipyard here. And that's the last one we can upgrade. And then we'll be at our mission control cap for now. Alright. Let's let that go. Now, the aliens don't seem to be at war with us, despite being quite high over the old mission control cap. I don't know what the new limit is. While we're here... Okay, this is a mine. I just want to fix the icons for these stations so I know what they are. So this one's a mine. Indestructible Station is also a mine. And then Purple Murderer Burglar Alarm is also a mine. And finally, Castle Camelot is also a mine. I just want to make sure that I have them marked. It just makes using this screen a lot easier if I know what things are doing. Alright, let's unpause the game. Now that we've got our ring habs, that's pretty big. We should get the associated tech for all of the research modules and battle stations, etc. first. Okay, Marine Battalion Barracks is the first one we managed to get our hands on. Alien fleet completes orbit. Okay, so they're now... And they've arrived in low Earth orbit, but what are they doing?
Even the air in these is a product of labor and machines and energy, so I think setting up a subscription package would be in order.
God, I hate Chairman Soren Van Wyck.
To Western Armory's board of directors.
So now we've got colony hubs available as well, which isn't as big for us, but they are pretty useful. Yes, I do have research campuses. I've got a station set up with them, but one of the reasons I want to upgrade to level 3 on my hubs is to get more research campuses, because I don't have a lot of them. They kept getting blown up. There was a long period of all my stations getting blown up. So what did they pick? I forgot to check what they picked next. Arrival culture. Okay, we're still ahead here. Yeah, we're still ahead here. Easy peasy. New turn. Okay. United Kingdom, Control Academy, and the Republic, Southern Cross have ended their alliance. Interesting. Alright, let's head down to Earth and work out our turn.
Where to?
First things first, do we need to protect anywhere? No, everywhere is protected. Public opinion. China is down to its lowest level, so we'll get that boosted with our 2 propaganda experts.
I will try to sway the public.
At your service.
Ready to go.
Okay.
Standing by.
We don't have any aliens to attack or find. Let's see if we can
At your
try
service.
and locate
What's
a
the op?
resistance counselor. So we've got an unknown in Taipei. Oh, there's a resistance counselor revealed to us. That's fantastic. Let's get Yoma to make contact with the resistance counselor, Robert Simo.
Reaching out.
That's Jebediah, not Yoma.
Your
I'm
orders?
pretty sure I clicked on Yoma, but whatever.
We'll open a channel.
Okay, now Jebediah can do something
I'm here.
different.
Ready.
Let's get Jebediah to investigate Groucho and confirm what their
We'll see what they're up
loyalty
to.
is. I needed to do that last
Acknowledged.
time. Groucho, what can Groucho do? I think I need to keep surveilling. Let's have a look at what's going on in Europe. Make sure nothing weird's going on here.
Setting a watch.
And Hard Python
Ready for my mission.
will continue to inspire Groucho until I know what their royalties are like. Do we have the MC for when the research campuses? The research campuses are already built and online.
I'll speak with them.
They're already built and online. They're everything. I have nothing under construction in space at the moment apart from my ring habs. We just don't have.
Standing
we
by.
just need more. You don't have to worry about them coming online and taking me over the cap.
Reaching out.
Okay, we've made contact with the resistance.
We appreciate that you see the threat that aliens pose, but we don't think leaving Earth is the answer.
Okay, so we have intelligence sharing with them as well. There's not really anything I want from them. Odysseus is 5. No. Templin's not bad. Horus isn't terrible. Achilles Aerospace is really good. If it had mission control, I'd think about taking it from them. That's all they've got. We'll just go for intelligence sharing with them.
Initiating surveillance.
I think we've had a breakthrough.
Okay, we can now research battle stations. That's the upgrade for LDAs. We want to get that done as soon as possible. They may actually be useful at that point. Okay, another alien fleet launching for low Earth orbit.
Person of interest surveilled.
Groucho marks his loyalties at 24. Excellent. So that's everyone at max loyalty now.
Our cause is unjustified to them.
Failure for public campaigning
We've
from...
moved the needle.
Interesting. He never fails. Okay, we can now research colony cores, and when we research that, it'll get us. I don't know if this gives us a second roll on the chart, the check for unlocking these, but they're all 100%. It's just when they unlock rather than how long. The United Kingdom under control of the Academy has declared war on Libya. Okay. Ultraviolet arc laser cannons are done. So now, our research development team now undertakes solar farms. That's a pretty high value one, solar farms. That means we can do a lot of stuff in Mercury orbit. I want to get solar farms done. Basically this slot here is for spaceship research. Or space station research right now. Oh, one of the things I wanted to check was, can we refit our Solbok 2s to have ultraviolet laser cannons? No, because they don't have a frontal weapon block. So what I would want to do is actually create a... Hang on, let me come out of here. And I want to create a new ship. I don't want to... Hang on, let me just back out of this window completely. Come back into it. Go to ship designer. Okay, still wants to show us Sol Black 3. But what I'm thinking is, do we want to have a look at building a cruiser or a destroyer maybe that uses that weapon as another part of the fleet? I mean, if we wanted to go nuts, we could look at building a battle cruiser. The battle cruiser could go for... if we go for nose weapons and we go for lasers, we could put the big ultraviolet laser cannon here. And then if we go for hull weapons and lasers, we could go for... Oh, it's only got 2 slots. That's actually awful. God, the battle cruiser is actually really limited, isn't it? Because I guess what I'm doing is a laser and a PD laser. Like, that's the battle cruiser's weapons. If I went for a battleship, we're then super limited on frontal weapons. So for nose weapons, we would have to use the 480 centimeter laser. And then for the hull weapons, we'd be looking at something like a 360 centimeter ultraviolet laser battery and probably 2 PD lasers. which is a lot. But it's a very expensive ship, and we're not really set up for that yet. Whereas the destroyer would get us the... I need to obsolete these. Would get us the 480 centimeter. And it would get us basically... You could go 1 standard laser, 1 PD laser. And then 3 modules. Oh, you get up again, Tully. She might just want to go to her other bed. Just give me a second. I'm going to just go let her through. She won't walk past the door. She's scared of it. 1 second. Don't ask me why she's scared of it. She's a weirdo. She thought she was being very sneaky by pretending to go to bed and actually trying to get out the door, but she can't open the door because she's a dog. So she's currently sulking in her other bed. This is all a moot point because we haven't got the mission control to build a new ship right now. So we'll come back to this when we have the mission control and maybe Colgan technology. At the moment, our fleet is... erratic leader behavior. Okay, so the servants are pushing in Taiwan now. Agents report to X as a positive identified intelligent alien operative in the Taipei region. Is this the same guy? Or is this a different alien agent? It's Alpha 3 again. Okay, now that we know that Alpha 3 is here, the Academy and the Resistance both know that Alpha 3 is here as well. So fingers crossed they'll do something about that. Yes, I'm looking at Colgan's. Fission Reactor Farm, yes. We need Fission Reactor Farm. It's very, very important. But Solar Farm is a good one for doing our inner system work. Okay. We can do a hostile takeover. No, we're not doing a hostile takeover on a resistance agent. You think destroyers with frontal lasers have cold guns and turret slots. That's an interesting way to look at it. I'm not saying no to it. Alright, let's get Yoma to defend Singapore.
Securing our control.
Standing
Let's have a
by
look
for
at
orders.
our approval. Approval's looking really good. Approval's over 60% everywhere. Where unrest is going down in Papua New Guinea. This all looks great. We can focus on the map right now. So, we now know that everybody, apart from Hard Python, has max loyalty.
Ready for orders.
Let's just quickly check what Hard Python's loyalty is.
Investigating target.
We'll get Hard Python to investigate the alien activity in Taipei.
Where to?
No, not Blonde. I want Hard Python to do it.
On the way to the target
Alright,
site.
Reporting
and...
in.
Calls are great for killing big ships, UV arcs are great for killing small ships. The aliens, unfortunately, are giving us both at the moment. So, we kind of need both. Okay, in terms of things to do, the only thing we can really think about is trying to expand into Indonesia, which we will need 15, 30, we'll need more than 60 control points to take over. So we're not going to be doing that anytime soon. The only other thing we could really do is just stabilize our hold on our countries and just make sure that they are properly our countries. So I'm just going to do some more public campaigning
Ready for orders.
across our nation states, and then we'll get Groucho Marx to continue to surveil in enemy territory to see if there's anything that she can detect there.
Eyes up.
We're definitely just in a build-up phase at the moment, waiting to get ready to expand. Indonesia's going to flip for sure. There's nothing I can really do about it because I don't have the control points. What is the next big goal? Jupiter's our next big goal, Shinobu. We're getting all the research we need right now to get there.
Securing our interests.
And then we're going to push for Jupiter. Integrating Iran to Caliphate. I don't even get Indonesia. I don't think we have a claim on Iran, unfortunately.
On Overwatch.
We'll need to research the Greater Caliphate for that. So at the moment, the only places that we have claims on with the Caliphate are, we have claims on, hang on a second, we have claims on Cairo, so we have claims on Egypt, we have claims on lots of North Africa. It's all North Africa. There's nothing to the east, really. Yeah, Djibouti. It's all this coastline that we have claims on. They've been the two areas I stole have become part of the Central Asian Union, so that's all fine. So if we want our caliphate claims to move eastward towards Iran, we need to research the Greater Caliphate, which is a really, really, really big. Is Direct Invest? We do not have the money for Direct Invest X. I've looked into it several times. We just don't have the cash for it. We don't have the resources to support
new information.
it. We take the Horn of Africa. Sure, I'll do my best.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
Okay, life science, that's good. That's research modules. Forces of Egypt are choosing new covering. Okay, so resistance have taken over Sudan.
The people will come to our side.
For knowledge, I'll have a look. Okay, complete transfer. So if we have a quick look at Australia, Republic of Southern Cross, admin complexes also get control points and built up. That's something to add to our ring habs then. Now, with additional 2 going to, we've got like 6 conversations going over it. It's a lot of fun. So if I go into direct investment, and if I wanted to invest in knowledge, I could do it 38 times, which would cost me 22,000 and 2.9k, which cost me, it's influence. We don't have enough influence to do it. We're really low on influence. I just can't afford to spend that much influence on such a small shift. We just don't have the influence income, unfortunately. Our influence income is actually very low. All of our stats are very low here because I haven't built the modules to support them because I've been focusing so heavily on research. Okay, information science research facilities available. Canada has joined the war against Libya.
Here's what we found.
There we go. Fission reactor farms, very important. How fast are we leaving Earth? Would it make sense for us to research PAC to meditate AI expansion in Southeast Asia? Also, if we consider it, our CP get more MC. We're leaving slowly. I was hoping to get away without needing to research it, but we may need to do it. Okay, ring cores are now coming online. That's all of our ring cores now available. So what we can do is we can spend... Oh, actually, not all of them. Only some of them. So this one in Venus orbit is online, but I don't really have the supporting modules to upgrade them yet. So I'm going to wait until I've got the full research suite done, I think. Alien ship launches towards Earth. A new alien vessel. Okay, this, I think, is a new carrier. Yeah, there's a new carrier heading for Earth. They've sent a destroyer with it this time. That's going to arrive... Frozophone Prime. Crushed Will is the name of this carrier. And it is going to arrive on the 12th of December 2014. So we've got a year before it gets to us. That carrier is a real deadline for us. When that carrier arrives, we either need to be in one of 3 places. We need to be in a position where we have already moved away from Earth and we don't care about it landing. I don't see that happening. Or we need to be in a situation where we have a fleet powerful enough to protect all of our ships, all of our stations. Or we need to have an ally powerful enough to do something about it. So that's going to be a big problem. That's good to know, X. I might look at building one of those in a second. This isn't the ship, by the way. This is just an alien station, I think. Or is this... What is this thing? This is a Dying Galaxy class mothership. That's right. We fought a mothership in the last campaign and we beat it. But look how big the mothership is compared to the... well, that's a frigate, actually, next to it. But yeah. Look how small the solar system, like our area of influence, looks from out here. It just looks very tiny. Let's look at so do I have any stations in Earth orbit that I've upgraded yet? No. So we'll come back to that when they've upgraded. But I need to set an alarm for that fleet. No, that massive ship is the mothership. Not the assault carrier. Okay, so which one was it? Victor 314, I think? No, it's Victor 315, which isn't showing up here. That's not it. Oh, here it is here. It's Victor 314. So I'll set an alarm for that. Or 3 to 4 battle stations at each station, possibly. This will be their 3rd attempt to land soldiers on Earth. Space Science Research Station is available for research. Okay, that's a new turn. Canada control the servants, and Papua New Guinea are now rivals. Okay. We need to defend China this turn. Unfortunately, none of my Earth stations have upgraded yet. Before I forget, let's get China defended. We'll get Yoma.
I'm here.
Actually, I'll get Yoma on that.
Making things safe.
No,
for
hey,
our
Tactic.
people.
Rendezvous with the carrier fleet,
Your
try to
orders?
flee, get attacked, kill the carriers on the space battle. That's so exploitative, though. And against kind of... Like, I've already done too many exploits in this playthrough anyway, and I don't actually think they worked. I'm not really keen on kind of forcing a defensive fight just to get around the mechanic. It's not really how I play. Spaces they do feel very, very nerfed. Those stations must have had construction modules. I think they had Nanofax or Skunkworks. I can't remember which is which in their orbits. I don't think we have one in Earth orbit. If we build many battle stations and station, rename it battle station. We could rename it battle station. That would be a great name for it. Okay, let's get this turn sorted. So China is being defended. That's already done. Public opinion is fine. I'll just boost it in Singapore. Singapore seems to always be just a little bit unhappy with us, even though we've had it since the start of the game. And public opinion here is like they don't care about anything else. It's just all of these people who've decided that you know what, it's fine. We're doing great, so why should we worry about the aliens? That's what the problem is.
We
It's
must
apathy.
persuade the people.
Reporting in.
It's apathy that we're fighting in Singapore.
What's the op?
People just not caring. They're the ones that
I will tell our story.
we're having to convince all
What's
the
the op?
time. Okay,
Where to?
so Jebediah, let's see if we can find ourselves more agents. I bet you if we asked really nicely, we could get Humanity First to share with us. Now, they're not showing up on the list, so we're going to have to do some surveilling for agents. So let's check down here for Humanity First agents.
On Overwatch.
And let's
Reporting in.
check... Where else are Humanity First? Let's check here for Humanity First agents. That didn't work, right? Okay, I need to click on that.
Initiating
And
recon.
then, where do I want to send Hard
I'm here.
Python? Let's send Hard Python, where else? Into South Korea, I think, to check for Humanity First agents. We'll do North Korea since it scans all the
target
different areas. Or indeed let the carrier command to let the carrier land is a potential. Not one I'm particularly happy with, though. Oh, we need to confirm. And on pause. Indonesia cancelled missile tests. Okay, military science institutes available for research.
Setting a watch.
I'm just going to take a sip of tea.
Protecting our interests.
Nope, I'm out
Setting
of
a
tea. I
watch.
drank it all. Never mind.
Initiating surveillance.
Okay, regime change in Libya. These turns are so long with nothing really happening. It's wild. Okay, we now have our hab modules finished in Earth orbit. So let's get some admin centers. This looks like a good candidate, as long as it's an interface orbit, which I think all of my stations are. Low Earth orbit is fine. Well, let me just continue through all of these.
We've
Okay.
moved the needle.
Oh, pause the game, please. Thank you. So
Public
what
opinion
I
is
can
moving in our
do,
direction.
I'm thinking, in average of a score of 8, with train event events, we have no hope of repelling them. Yeah. Seeing this versus PowerPoint Man's perfectly planned playthrough is a fun contrast. Look, I like to play it by ball, and I know I don't do it perfect, and I know it really annoys some people, but I'm having fun. So admin modules, what would they be under? Administration. We only have the tier 1 node. We don't have the tier 2, I don't think. I don't see the tier 2. Energy research is tier 2, yeah. It looks like we only have the tier 1 node. Which, it gives 4 control points. How long do I have to hold them off for? I don't have to hold them off at all, technically, but the biggest problem I have with losing Earth is I lose mission control. Almost all of my mission control is Earth-based at the moment. Now that we have ring hubs, I can start moving my mission control to space, but that's still like 130 mission control that I'm just getting passively for controlling land on Earth. And having to fight the aliens makes it harder to maintain that. That's the biggest problem about the aliens landing. It just makes it much harder for me to keep my mission control. If I lose my mission control, I can't have my fleets in space. If I can't have my fleets in space, I can't fight the aliens. That's the end of the game scenario. So that's the big issue. So I could build a bunch of admin nodes here. To be honest, I'm actually just about to go over mission control for some reason. Against, oh, there you go. Suffering a 0.0012 penalty for some reason. I don't see why we don't build a bunch of tier 1 admin modules. We've got tons of power available. Each of these is what? Where were they? Tier 3 admin gets 2 mine... Yeah. They got nerfed. Oh, the tier 3 admin node gives mission control. That's crazy. And we also need... Yes, X is right. We also need research from Earth. So this is 10 power. And we have like 100 power available here. So I'm just going to slap a bunch of these on. Which also gets us the cool ring structure for our station. Wait, can we only build one admin center per station? Is it a unique module? I may only have one type of this module. So we're going to have to build... Yeah, you can have one admin module per station. I got there just before Kite corrected me. So we're just going to chuck one admin module on every station. And that'll get us a bunch of control points. But only in Earth orbit. Oh, I didn't check power. Yeah, we're fine. I don't think I need to worry about power. But the tier 3 admin cost giant amounts of boost. This will be built in low Earth orbit for the control points, yeah. Yeah, it gives a boost to all output. We should actually have them on these stations anyway, so it's fine to add them. I've got them on my mining set. All of my mining bases have admin modules. I just haven't been putting them on my space stations. Alright, that's them. That's all my Earth stations now building admin modules, which will get us a whole ton of control points, and we can maybe look at doing something like taking Taiwan. If that happens. God, Bastion has such a good soundtrack. Tier 3 admin Earth orbit from massive CP2 admin mining bases from World. Yeah. We need to get that research done. I thought for a second that was that assault carrier just hitting Earth, but it's just a destroyer and 2 dreadnoughts. Also, I love that I can see the class names on this screen without having to go anywhere. There's a lot of alien fleets in Earth orbit right now, but they don't seem to be angry with anybody. The second they do flip to angry, though, it's going to be really bad. Oh, deep space metallurgy is being done. All of our mines produce 50% more metals. We have so many basic metals. What's China's science up to? Let's have a look in a second. Materials Institute. What we're going to do is we're going to just research. We're going to use this particular section to research more upgrades for our stations. So I'm going to get the fission reactor farm research. This is very important. 250 power. Huge. Almost done in computers. Almost done in the solar farm. Coal guns are not that far away. Inertial confinement fusion also not that far away. We are controlling both of those researches. You want to know how China was looking for research? China is up to 804 research. So it's a significant amount of our research is coming from China. Sorry, science. I'm really sorry, everybody. I'm just going to have to go AFK for a couple of seconds. I will be right back. Hello, everybody. Sorry about that. I had to just deal with something unexpected. I am back. Let's get back into this. Were we in the middle of a turn? Yeah, let's finish the turn. The Space Force of the aliens defeat the resistance battle to Earth. Resistance lost 3 ships. I can't see what the combat involved, can I? No, I can't see how many ships the resistance had. Yeah, all my Mercury stations are currently good on power. They're currently fine on power. Did I unmute my mic? Yeah, I did. It's good. Alright. Whoa, game is laggy. So the resistance are currently the ones that are being attacked. And it's a new turn. Alright. Things are taking over pretty nicely. We are making good progress here. Our science is kicking off quite nicely. We're going to be finishing up... Oh, really, dog? I just sorted you out. Do you want to come back through here? I can't believe how many interruptions have been on the stream. Let me quickly get the dog. I'm so sorry. Sorry about that. So for some reason the dog is now scared of the door. I don't know what's happened, but she needs to be escorted in and out of the room I record in. And then she needs to be wrapped up in a blanket or she'll bark because she can't lie in a bed without having a blanket below her and above her. So she needs to lie on the blanket and then you need to put the blanket over her as well. Let's have a look at what Tulane Fleet in Orbit is. I just want to check when Colgan's was completing. So that's going to complete on the 31st of October this year. And Inertial Confinement Fusion is going to complete to the 24th of June next year. In terms of the alien, actually, I don't think the aliens have that much in Earth orbit. They've got They've got a Victor 332, which is 1 gunship. They've got Victor 314, which is actually these aren't on the way. So Victor 186 is doing an Earth bombardment. It's 3 dreadnoughts and a monitor. Then we got Victor 326, which is a destroyer, and Victor 300, which is a destroyer and a corvette. So it's not actually that much. I would say it's smoother, but I would also say that Perun probably has a much better computer than I have. It's not a glass door, it's a wooden door. I don't know there's no other doors that she doesn't like. It's just that one door that gets her, and I don't know why.
What's the up?
Hey, new master. Mostly us just teching up at the moment, where we're in a consolidation phase right now, so it's not super exciting, but it's also exciting in terms of what we're getting into soon. Okay, public opinion is looking great. Did Jebediah manage to find anyone interesting? No. Did anyone manage to find any interesting agents?
Ready.
I think we had Groucho do a surveil, and there's nobody here.
At your service.
I mean, Hard Python do a surveil, and there's nobody here. What I want to do is I really want to find a humanity first.
Where do you need me?
Person. So there's an unknown in Hungary. That's probably the alien, judging by the 69% chance to detect them. But we should probably just keep the alien on our allies' radar so they take something out of them.
Ready.
Hopefully. What's been happening is more ships have been coming and then going. What's that invasion in Papua New Guinea? What? What was that invasion? Is there an invasion happening in Papua New Guinea? No one's at war with Papua New Guinea. Yeah, they do have very high. I remember you saying that before. I just want to check on people who might need to go to ground. Protected and servants know about Councilor. I might take a turn of just wiping people's detection.
Ready to go.
Blonde is probably okay.
What's the up?
Yoma's fine.
Ready for my mission.
Groucho, I don't really like that collection. Let's send her to ground. Bluetooth headset was stuck on headset for... Oh no!
Going silent.
That sucks.
Ready
Python, I'm also going to send to ground. I'm just going to wipe everyone's detection this turn.
Into hiding.
It's an AA army
Where
heading
to?
into... Oh, it's this here. Yeah. There's an ongoing war going on here. It looks like America is winning the war, but there are also all of these armies that are not defending this territory sector. So, oh, I know why. They can't... Oh, that sucks for Papua New Guinea. They can't consolidate their armies to defend because they're blockaded by the United States of America. So the United States has basically locked all of their armies on each of these island states, and they're just going to have to take the hits. That's actually awful. Sit in Warhammer for the 6th edition campaign to my son. Oh, that's sweet. I I used to love it when they would run like a campaign at the local Games Workshop. I never took part in them, but I always thought it was really cool that they would have these persistent campaigns. They used to run them like all across the whole of the UK.
We must persuade the people.
Which was pretty crazy. I remember
Ready
they
for
would
my
like take
mission.
the results from each store. But then I remember there was a lot of controversy as well when they stopped, like they just changed the ending to suit them. So maybe that wasn't as good as I remember. If only they had researched the relevant. Well, do I need to research the Grand Bridge project for them to defend themselves? It sounds like something that humanity first should maybe have researched. I don't know. What are we going to do with Human Mall? Let's do a surveil. And we'll just keep an eye on India.
Initiating
Fusion
recon.
power has doubled. You can probably upgrade to heavy fusion rays at Mars with little disruption now. That's excellent. Let's confirm assignments. Let's unpause. We definitely need those admin modules.
Going silent.
On Overwatch.
Evading pursuit.
Good water is the
Hunkering
best.
down.
I say the weirdest things when I'm streaming.
Surveillance complete.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
Just waiting for stuff to happen at the moment. These long turns starting to let a lot of things happen. Okay, alien computers has been done. To even identify the larger machines obtained from the aliens has tested our finest scientific minds to the limit. They are now so very far apart from our essential concept of a computing device. But though we are now confident that they are indeed computers of a sort, understanding their exact purpose and function is another matter entirely. Their interface is designed neither for human hands nor voices, while even their visual feedback is bewilderingly sparse. Our best hypothesis is that an array of unusual spongy pads found within the most intact of the machines suggests some other form of sensory user interface. Perhaps olfactory operation? Given human limitations of deciphering and emanation of smell, this is not something that we can easily replicate, though we may be able to create synthetic alternatives in time. The actual processing elements of the computer have been somewhat easier to categorize. As far as we can tell, they employ a highly advanced form of quantum computing and photonics we ourselves have recently researched, which likely enables them to monitor, navigate, and communicate across the solar system with an effectiveness that we can as of yet only dream of. So the big one here is we get 25% boost to mission control investment, which we're doing everywhere, and there's a chance we can get advanced climate modeling. I can't remember what that does. Hi, Captain Cappy. The patch is pretty good so far, if nothing else, for how amazing the interface has been improved. It's been massively improved. Now, of course, we're grabbing neural engineering. Solar farm is about to ping, which is another really big research for us. Yeah, pretty much the reverse. I think that's the case. Solar farm is going to cause us to do another big jump in construction. It's actually going to make a lot of stuff. Yeah, okay. Solar farm is done. It produces 120 power, but it's going to produce more in Mercury orbit. Let's get another let's start getting the research stuff done. So we'll start with Life Science Institute. And now I need to jump to, we're going to start on Mercury orbit. We'll close this down, and we need to start upgrading all of our... Actually, I think we only have a few stations. We only have the fountain, is that right? This is the only station? No. I think we have 2 stations in Mercury orbit. Yeah, we have the fountain, and we have radioactive rocks for fun and profit. Yeah, it's probably, that sounds about right. Now that we have the environmental topic. So, in this orbit, a solar farm produces 415 power, which is almost the same as our current 4 solar arrays produces on their own. Wait, the fountain is Venus? That's okay. We're going to upgrade Venus anyway. I'm not really that worried. So I'm going to upgrade, I think, 2 solar farms. And that's probably all we're going to need here. I'll let that finish. And then Clockdout's oversight is the Mercury station. Solar farms here produce 1,449 power. This is why we can basically start building our mission control here, because power is the biggest part of the requirements for mission control, I believe. Operation centers require, only require 40 power, it's not that much. But this is tons. What is this symbol here for? Oh, it doesn't really matter. I'm just going to upgrade one of these to a solar farm, and that will cover all of that. And then we'll move to radioactive rocks for fun and profit. Again, I think 2 upgrades here should cover everything we need. So solar farm here and here, and we'll be able to power everything else up once it's done. We could probably upgrade in Earth orbit as well. Well, this is the thing we need to get ready for, Elias, is we're getting ready to lose Earth. So we're going to have to invest it in MC. But we're going for tier 3, not tier 2. Okay, how much are these producing in Earth orbit? They're producing 201 power. These are currently producing 67. So I don't want to replace them all at once. Do I actually just want to build a new one? I think I've got enough spare power. Yeah, we're just going to upgrade one at each station for now. Creation Hub is plus 12 influence. There we go. We can start building stuff like that once we've got more upgrades on these stations. Tier 3 fission is twice as good as Tier 3 solar, but Tier 3 fission requires fissils. Solar doesn't. So where I can use solar, I'm going to use solar, because our fission income isn't very high. That's my thinking. Further out, Mars, etc., we're definitely using fission. But if I don't need to use fission out to Earth, that saves me a lot of resources. Until we can get our hands on a better fission income, is what I'm thinking. That's my plan. That's how I'm playing it. Pop a coffee pot. Get the solar upgrade done here. And last but not least, Elon's hideout gets a solar farm upgrade as well. And then I think that's everything in Earth orbit. Cool. Let's head back to Earth. And we'll let those upgrades go through, and then we can start rearranging things. Yes, we haven't got fusion yet, though, so I can't build that. Once we get our hands on antimatter and fusion, we will be moving to those, but we're a long way away from that. Okay, that's another turn complete.
What's the up?
Let me just check. Did we actually find the alien?
Acknowledged.
Yeah, we did. So I want to keep the alien on screen in the hopes that someone like... I noticed that Humanity First and the Academy are in this territory sector. It's possible they may be trying to do something about him, but what I want to do is just stay on top of him as much as possible so that he stays on the radar.
Surveilling target.
They may take him out.
I'm
There's
here.
going to be twice as many module spots and power generation. That's a toss-up I have to take when I don't have very many fissils. We've just opened up a whole ton more slots. I'm really happy.
Ready for my mission.
Actually, Yoma needs to
service.
defend Japan.
Securing our interests.
And let's have a quick look at the nation
Reporting
states. It is just Japan that needs saved. Papua New Guinea needs a little bit boost in public opinion. Not a lot. We'll
Standing
just
by
chivvy
for
it
orders.
On. Looks like we've managed to get a new army built to defend down here, which is interesting. Let's get not Jebediah,
Where do you
Human
need me?
down to public campaign here.
Making our case.
We'll get blonded. You can when you confirm it,
Reporting
you can
in.
use the initial screen to see what your allies are up to. That's good to know. We can check that and see if they're doing anything about that
I will
alien.
try to sway the public.
Your
Groucho
orders?
needs to attack the aliens that are in Peru.
Gear up.
And that leads Hard Python, who needs a better defined role within the organization, honestly. It'll get better for him once we get all of the upgrades. In your game, the aliens launched a 120 ship doomstack at me, and you're counting with good luck core. That's going to be a very big fight. I wish you all the best. If nothing else, you might end up with a lot of free MC very soon.
On Overwatch.
And then let's check what the allies are doing. The Academy, if I do Councilors, does it tell me what they are doing? Ready for assignment. So I think I need to assign them to see what it is. 2075 is a bit crazy, yes. Rapid Fissile Enrichment. I'll keep my eyes out for that. We don't have access to it yet. Okay,
Hey MVP RKVJR, thanks for hitting that follow button.
Thank you very much for the follow, MVP RKVR. That's a great name. So set national policy, investigate Councilor, crackdown in South Korea, purge in Lebanon, advise in Malaysia, purge in Switzerland, and the resistance, defend interests in Thailand, purge in Lebanon, crackdown in Morocco, assassinate the wrong agent. I can actually see here, I need to go down the list. So there is an assassination attempt happening, but it's on the wrong, it's not on the alien. So we just need to keep everyone's attention on the alien until they assassinate it for us.
Securing our control.
Eyes up.
New project available. Alien Robotics. National investment points into build armor increased by 5%. National investments into military increased by 5%. Ships increase faster. We can get damage control drones and tactical drones out of this research. I've never investigated these researches before. I have no idea what they do. I didn't even know there were drones that did that in the game. I need to go into the full tree, don't I? I don't think it'll give me a lot of information. Damage control drones. Does this tell me anything about them? No. A damage control team is conduct repairs 50% faster. And what do tactical drones do? This national investment points we direct to build armor increased by 5%. Oh, that's not as exciting as I thought it was going to be. I thought that might be some sort of drone swarm we could use to augment our spaceships. I'm disappointed. Battle at Thoth. The Space Forces Academy defeated the aliens in a battle near 53319 Thoth. The aliens lost 3 ships. What did the Academy defend with? A Mendeleev-class battlecruiser, heavy rail cannon Mark III, and 2 Artemis torpedo bays, no point defense, and it managed to defeat an alien fleet. That's fascinating. Only 822 on the armor as well. Very low armor. It must have just blasted them apart with the Artemis torpedoes. Yeah, it didn't even fire the rail cannon. It just fired off a whole ton of torpedoes. It must have been one ship. It must have just been one ship they got attacked by.
Mission is a no-go.
Aborted a petting event. He must have gone to ground. Media spotlight. The world's media is focused on us. Well done, Academy, indeed. Just who are Project Exodus, they ask. The mysterious organization influencing governments globally, which seems to have recently sprung out of nowhere. What is their real agenda? Can they be trusted with the vast power they wield? Will they solve the alien problem or make it much, much worse? All these questions and more are being asked daily, and the public is becoming concerned. We ignore it, which gives a 40% chance for us getting a massive public opinion loss. We can fund a publicity campaign, which gives a small boost for us across the world. We can Animata is still up behind on the text? Yes, I believe it is. We can leverage this for effect, which gains us 670 influence, or we can lie and deflect. Triggers the following effects. Project X misleads the public about their influence. Let's leverage for influence. I might as well grab the influence. That's a pretty nice jump.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
Double critical success on public opinion calls. These long turns are wild. United Kingdom and the War Academy has declared war on Thailand again. So there's another war in Thailand. We'll have to wait for
Target
first
destroyed.
Nuke itself. Gratchel killed something. She's very happy about that. All of our nodes just built. We now have 586 control points, which is a big jump. All right, let's have an investigate what we can do with 586 control points. So if we wanted to try and take Papua New Guinea, bearing in mind that they are currently at war, I don't know what happens if we take over a country while it's at war. Do we inherit the war? I guess we do, because they're technically at war with the country, not the faction, right? But if we wanted to take Papua New Guinea, we would need 60 control points, which we don't have. We've got 20. Once we upgrade those stations, though, we may be able to do something about it. I think there's nothing we can really do at the moment. Here. The other option is Taiwan. Taiwan, we would require 14. We would need 45 control points. Again, we don't have enough free. We don't even have enough to take 2. Indonesia, not Papua New Guinea. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm clicking on the wrong thing. That's the Philippines. Where is Indonesia again? Oh, damn. Here goes my my knowledge of the area. I never remember where. That's the Malaysian states. That's not Indonesia. I thought... Yeah, this is Indonesia. Did I not click on Indonesia? I did. What did I click on before? Did I click on... What? I was looking at Indonesia because it's 30 control points each. I maybe clicked on somewhere else, but I remembered that it was 60 control points for Indonesia. Just because I didn't have it selected didn't mean I wasn't talking about it. God, they're full-on build military. I feel sorry for them. I was saying Papua New Guinea. Well, okay. Well, Indonesia is what I was talking about because it's the only one in the area that's at war right now. We don't have enough control points for it anyway, which is the point I was trying to get to. So let's just leave that for the moment. What I need to do is upgrade these to tier 2. We need to look into that research. I don't even know if I have it available. Also, what's going on with arrival culture? Oh, we should probably look at taking that over. I don't have a nap with the Humanity First. I don't think. The question is do I have the research? What's it called, first of all? I need to find what the upgrade to the administration... it's not... what's it? It's not admin algorithms. What's the module called? The module is an admin node. Was I not in the full tech tree there? View filtrate. Now I can search for admin nodes. Once it loads, admin node. That's it there. So the upgrade to the admin node, can I not move? There we go. Is the administration tower, which we have a 100% chance to unlock, but I don't think we have it yet. If I go into research and look for administration. Hey, welcome back, mishaps. No, I'm not looking at taking rival culture on. It's all good. So do we have admin tower available? And if I obsoleted it by accident? I've just re-brought everything back in when I have a quick look. I'm not sure what it will be under. These are something we need to look at. White collar automation. Okay, so we need white collar automation, which is a... that's something that we need to grab from the main tech tree, right? White collar automation is available for research. So we might look at grabbing that next. Because I want those admin towers. They're going to help us in the future. It's going to be a while before that pays off, though. It might be too late, honestly. Oh, we need to set up our turn. Alright. How is things looking this turn? So we don't have anywhere to defend. Control points are fine. Approval is going down in Singapore. That's the only place I'm worried about. So we'll just do
Standing by.
Our usual Human and Jebediah bomb. Sorry, name's Bond Blom. Names Bond Blom.
I will try to sway the public.
Names Blonde
I'm here.
Bomb of public opinion boosting.
Ready
in
for
that
orders.
state.
Ready to go.
Jebediah lost the
Your
alien
orders?
last turn. Oh no, it's still here. He just failed the check. Again, there are agents in the same region. Let's just keep on trying to detect him.
Eyes on target.
With Yoma
Reporting
Maw,
in.
we've got alien assets to assault.
Where
But
do you need
Groucho's
me?
much better at doing that. She's got a 98%
Going in hot.
chance.
Acknowledge.
Python, I will get you to surveil in... Let's have a look at what's going on in this nation state here.
Setting a watch.
And then Yoma Maw, I want you
Where
to
to?
surveil as well. Why don't you have a look for me in... We haven't had a look at Africa in a while. What's going on in
Prepping for demolition.
What did I just tell you to do? I did not want you to do that. I want you to do a surveil
Initiating
in Central
surveillance.
Africa. Bames Jonk having a stroke? That's kind of what happened there, yeah. I did indeed have a bit of a stroke. Okay.
Setting a watch.
Eyes up.
I was hoping to see our mission control creep up now that we have the 25% bonus, but it does seem to be moving very slowly.
I have new information.
Critical success from investigate.
We're
that's good.
winning their hearts and minds.
It does sharing purpose stream with the faction at
We're
any
winning
time.
their hearts
I
and
think it
minds.
does. Because I can see where their agents are, so I can just trigger it. Okay, Xenoscience research is available for research, that's good. It technically does X because I can see their
Score
agents
one for the good
to
guys.
trade with them. Nice work, Groucho. Lots of alien fleets leaving orbit. I guess they run low on Delta V and head home to refuel. A probe constructed by Project X has arrived at Comet Leos and completed its scans. Wow. We sent that off a long time ago. It has one site with nothing worthwhile on it. I think we were looking for water at the time, but we must have sent that off a really, really long time ago. Alright, we've got our solar farms built in Venus orbit. So Venus is now... I mean, this station has just infinite power, right? There's 1,106 power available. So we need to think about what we want to build here, long term. It's currently an energy research center station, but we need to give it a more defined role in the long run. We'll maybe do some atom smashing here. I obviously want to get involved in op centers, but it's not worth it really until we've got tier 3. But it may be worth grabbing a few of these just to get a little bit of leeway, like a little bit of headspace on our mission control, so we're not stuck, not able to move up. I mean, they do also require 15 food, which is fine, 15 money, which is fine, 1 water, 2 fuel. The metal doesn't even matter. I think I want to build 4 op centers here, just to give us a little bit of headroom. Only now remember today's Tuesday, I can be watching the stream rather than playing RimWorld. Wow, I mean, RimWorld's a really good game. I don't blame you for getting sucked into it. I'm just building these to give us a little bit of leeway. I just want to have a little bit of a head cap, so that if I do build something... it's mostly been quite a quiet stream. We've basically just been building up and reinforcing ourselves. Trying to get ourselves ready. A lot of research happening.
The trappings of wealth and power. Everything that makes life special is already within you. By your mere existence, you're beautiful, vital, and irreplaceable.
Okay, that's...
Superior Judith Howell, Burn Brighter Self-Improvement Course.
So that's a rival culture research, which I think does actually unlock some useful stuff. Soft power, maybe not, but I think it's a prerequisite for a lot of stuff. We do need to start building a fleet, but we really need a lot more mission control before we can do it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try and take over this research as well. So we'll see if I've got enough research income at the moment to take over all of them. We're producing 2.6k. I think we out-research everybody else right now. If we have a look at, is it resources? Yeah. So they're producing, Resistance is only producing 970. The puppy is starting to poop outside. Hooray! Humanity First has 1.6k. The Initiative has 1.5k. The Servants have 2.3, so they do rival us. 2.5k on the Protectorate and 2.1k on the Academy. So unfortunately, the three kind of, the Academy is the only one I'm going to hope for. Oh, that's a really useful tip. Thank you, Kite. So we maybe can't fight all of them, but we'll try. What's this in the middle? Coal Guns is about to pop. Fission Reactor Array Farm is now done. That's 250 power. Let's turn off Show Obsolete. I'm just going to get more research into stuff we need done in this one. Let's get... kind of want to do colony cores. Why are the Protectorate such nerds? I don't know. They just are. They need to be beaten up. Let's get... I'm just going to get the Institute researchers kicked off. Okay, the Protectorate are miles ahead of us already on this one. Let's just drop it. We'll stick with the two we're in control of. Can I try to control the service? Okay, they're another alliance. Alright. Let's have a look at the state of Earth right now. So we have... everywhere's at almost 70% public opinion. The unrest has almost disappeared completely from Papua New Guinea. What do we want to do? Does Gemini still have eyes on the alien? No. We've lost the alien. That's fascinating. Excuse me. It must have gone to ground. So we can see Resistance and Academy agents. Can we see anyone from any other factions? There's one person here, and there's also someone from the Servants. I'm curious to see what we might be able to steal from the Servants. So let's start investigating her.
Initiating surveillance.
She's just...
Acknowledged.
Oh my god, that made me jump. That's a track from Bastion that we'll kick out of the playlist. Let me just get removed from playlist. I'll let it finish because it's about to end. The Protectorate does indeed have Europe, yeah. Okay, so we're investigating that person. We could also try to get a servant spy. That is not a bad idea. I'd rather having Taiwan take over China and then going democratic. Pretty much doubles research output. That sounds pretty tough. Does Taiwan have to... does Taiwan have a claim on China? So can I... from... what would they... do they have to declare independence from China? And then... how does that even work? Surely... unless they invade China... unless Taiwan invades China... throat-sinking jump scare. Okay, there's a tech for it. That makes more sense. Because I don't know how that would happen in the way the status quo is right now. The Republic of Taiwan claims on most of mainland China. That's a fun project to investigate. Okay, let's focus on getting this turned on. Do we have any alien activity? No. Okay, let's
ready for my mission.
I don't actually have a lot for people to do this turn. I'm going to just spend a turn doing some advising and boost our core nations a little bit, because there's not a lot else going on the world that we can have an effect on with our current setup. It does need to change.
Offering
but
counsel.
for now, I think I'll just do a little bit. Oh god, the camera's jumping all over the place. We'll just do some advising.
Lending my expertise.
Just to get through this turn.
Where to?
While we wait for the status quo on Earth to change. You can't advise. You use multiple claims projects and PXE Super Project to make Super China, then use Taiwan Project to make Super Taiwan, liberating mainland Taiwan. Okay, Taiwan is simply a mystery. We could start pushing public opinion in Taiwan. I'm not against trying to take it over. It's currently owned by two factions we hate, so it's not like it's a bad thing for us to go in there. I'm just going to do a surveil in the middle of China and just make sure there's nothing we're missing there. All right, let's confirm assignments. Let's zoom out. Let's unpause.
Offering support.
We're going to get a lot of
Lending my
advisement spam.
expertise.
Offering assistance.
Offering assistance.
Initiating surveillance.
Phoebe explosion. A massive explosion has been detected on Saturn's moon Phoebe. Scientists around the world are baffled as to why this explosion occurred. While it is assumed to be the work of the mysterious aliens which appeared in the solar system, there is no human presence on Phoebe for them to have attacked. The current leading theory is that the aliens suffered some kind of industrial accident while constructing a base there, though this would indicate their power source is extremely volatile. How strange. Event unlocked the ministry of Phoebe. That's why I went to straight away, David, is it's an expanse
Person of
reference,
interest
and they found the
surveilled.
protomolecule. But they didn't. But the protomolecule wasn't. No, the protomolecule was found on Phoebe, wasn't it? Version declare independence. That starts a war. Okay. Force of England to. Okay, that's fine. It definitely feels like an expanse reference, but it probably isn't. These long quiet turns are weird. Nuclear attack. Indonesia, under control of Humanity First, is launching a nuclear attack on its enemies in the Jakarta region. While the attack was limited to enemy targets in the region, it will still cause significant damage to local economy and civilian population. Jeez. Humanity First lobbing more nukes around. I never managed to make it past book 5 of that series. I always get too depressed. I didn't get that far, I don't think. Alright, we've got a couple of places we need to defend this turn. Hey, Woot. Did you join at the right time? Oh, I guess Humanity First. I think there's 2 books that went out when I last read it. The World GP went out to lower our CP by 4. Damn, it did as well. Well spotted. I should never respond. Book 7 and 9 are very interesting. I'll need to get back into them maybe. Maybe on my upcoming trip I might do it. Okay, we need to defend the Caliphate and we need to defend Iran. So Human can defend the Caliphate. No, she can't. Yes, she can. We probably got lots of XP. I need to check
Securing
that.
our control.
And then we'll
What's
get
the op?
Yoma to defend. I love the Caliphate's flag is just black, by the way. I think that's the correct
Protecting
flag,
our
but it just
interests.
feels very strange
Ready.
for them to have an all-black flag. Anywhere else need defending right now? Just those 2. Public opinion is fine. Unrest is fine. Go get an audiobook. That's a possibility. I have some other stuff I have to read. I have to read Conclave. Because I promised my mum that I would read it so we could discuss it when I get home. So that's something I read. You spent first pulling a me tactic and nuking Earth to leave the world in tatters for the aliens. They may be Winterwolf. They've been doing that a lot. Do any of the Super China parts need capitals to move? I heard that capitals moving has been nerfed. I've never even tried to move capitals. Alright, Jebediah.
Ready for my mission.
Who did you detect? Oh, that's right. We're investigating this servant.
We'll see what they're up
I want
to.
to find out what all their traits are before
At
we
your
hit them.
service.
And then I think I'm just going to get the rest of the team to advise, because there's not much else going on.
I will help them.
Where to?
Humanity-friendly ones. 0 atrocities as humanity first. That's impressive.
Lending my
Because
expertise.
they definitely want to
At your
do.
service.
They definitely want to do those atrocities. It's kind of just built into them, isn't it?
Surveilling target
Confirm
area.
assignments and unpause. Hey, Kashmir Goat, you are indeed late. We're getting very close to the end of the stream. Unfortunately.
We appreciate that you see the threat that aliens
Interesting.
pose.
They've
but
never
we don't
tried to
think
speak.
leaving Earth is the
I'm
answer.
very curious about what they want. Okay, they're just asking for a whole ton of resources. Oh no, they want Pavo Cartel and they want the solar farm research in exchange for 48 ops, 1,228 fissils, 208 rare earth metals, improved relations, and Batia's surveillance. They have no projects they can give us. This is a weird trade. I don't want to give them the Pavo Cartel. I don't really care about giving them solar farms. I'm actually quite happy for them to get better stations. But I don't want to give them Pavo. What if I give them... If I take this back... They're still happy with that trade. But let's give them fission reactors as well. And I don't really need this. Okay? I'll take the resources. Can you give... No, this is all they can give me. God, they've got 43,000 fissils. I wouldn't mind taking a lot of fissils off them. If I could get something like, I don't know, 40,000. Oh, they could only offer me 122.8. So they're offering me everything they can. Yeah, complete trade. That's fine. I'm happy to feed them stuff. It just makes them better.
Making things safe for our people.
Offering support.
Securing our interests.
Oh, Ixion soundtrack. I love it.
I will help them.
On Overwatch.
Mission cancelled.
That was such a fun game. Oh, she just disappeared. That was such a fun game to play on stream, was Ixion? It was wild. Remember we rescued that dog? And that dog made it all the way to the end of the game. That was some cool narrative. Thanks for the information, MVP Arcade VJR. I appreciate it. I don't think I'm going to have time to do it in this campaign. The United States of America, under control settlements, declared war on Morocco, Indonesia, and South Korea. So that's a new war just kicked off. Thank you for the info, everybody. Battle at Luna. The space forces of the aliens defeated the Academy in a battle near Luna. The Academy lost one ship. Nuclear launch underway. Indonesia, under control of humanity first, is launching a nuclear attack on its enemies in the Jakarta region. I've only just started advising because I have nothing else really to do right now. The advising is just basically my hold action. This does provide an opportunity to get more trade with the Southern Cross Republic by invasion. It kind of does. So it counts as a different war. It's all happening over here. Where is Jakarta? Is it in... I'm not sure exactly where Jakarta is. It is, okay, so it is the capital. So they're nuking the capital of Indonesia. So it has been... It's full of fallout. This region has been struck by 2 nuclear barrages. Regions damaged this way suffer permanent loss of population growth due to radiation and contaminated food and water supplies. Some of these regions may be constructed by special projects. Medan. They're nuking themselves, yeah. Humanity first, that's their option. Okay, a new fleet is launching for low Earth orbit. Servants have suppressed Project Exodus in inertial confinement fusion research. If this does not change, the servants will start the next research. Thank you, game, for this particular message warning. You did not have this before, and I'm so happy that you have it, so I can now go in here and change my priorities. So the servants are up to 13,000. They haven't suppressed me. I've got 15,000. I'm guessing what it's telling me is their daily income is higher than mine. So do I need to go in with 2 or 3? I guess we need to keep an eye on this by the end of the turn and see if it's still showing purple once it's had time to update.
The reason that conflict stains human history is because something in our nature causes us to hate our neighbor. Yet we have learned to overcome that urge, that fear.
I wanted to see if it would
We must remain conscious, however, that a galactic neighbor may initially behave
yes, they are,
as
Thomas.
thoughtlessly we once did.
I assume that the highlight
Chancellor
hasn't updated until time
preparing
is
for
unpaused,
first
which is
contact
why I
and
unpaused
beyond.
time to check. Alright, coal guns are finally done. This is a big research. We need coal gun batteries ASAP. But we can now pick a new research. And I'm going to go for white collar automation. White collar automation is extremely expensive. But it gets us admin tower tier 2, which I really want to get my hands on. I love how we still have vacuum electrostatic principles here, which gets us a bunch of radiators. Like, it's super early in the tech tree. What does vacuum actually hold us back from? It holds us back from... So we can't get particle beams because we haven't researched. So that's why particle beams haven't shown up. Which means we can't get advanced fission systems. Which means we can't get heavy pulse propulsion. Which is the H Orion drive and the Accord-shaped nuclear torpedoes. We also can't get electrostatic plasma confinement, which gets us fusion reactors. But that doesn't open up. It also keeps us away from antimatter production, by the looks of it. So I wonder if we actually need to go back and get this research done. I think we need to get this done. It's not going to take very long to complete, but it looks like it's pretty important. So even if I go in with all 3, it's still showing them as highlighted. So let's get vacuum electrostatic principles researched, which won't take very long. And let's see if we can overtake these boyos and keep in control of inertial confinement fusion. I've put 3 levels into it, so we're going pretty hard on them. Bushfires. A large wildfire has broken out in the Adelaide region of the Republic of Southern Cross. We're going to deploy a team to do something about it. Always take wildfires seriously.
Ready for orders.
Alright, new turn.
Reporting.
Let's have a look at level ups. Okay, we've got big level ups for Hard Python here. I was leveling their security up, but there's not a lot they can do with security. I'm thinking about leveling their command up a little bit more so they can attack things. What else would I want on them? Security is good because they can protect people. I might just keep pushing security on them. We got 2 levels up on human available. I'll just finish getting their persuasion to max. I love how Untouchable needs 150 XP. Only use of forest fire. Shooting game is an extensive attention focused realism which did some of the near objective sailors of most video games. But no, it's the worst of both worlds. Okay, so we've got Espin. So we got max investigation, max admin, almost max security. I want to maybe just flatten a little bit. We have so little science on all of our guys. I want to start leveling science on them, really. Admin Tower could let you take over USA, potentially. We'll get there. We'll maybe research that after this particular research. So you're maxed on this and this. Let's just start pumping a little bit of science into everybody. Yeah, bushfires are... There's an absolutely unreal story. There's actually lots of absolutely unreal stories that come out of bushfires here. It's absolutely crazy. Just how dangerous and scary and fast they can be. The Groucho has 25... We'll keep leveling her command. She'll be the commander-in-chief. Okay, that's everyone leveled up. Let's tee up another turn. Do we need to defend anywhere this turn? No. Public opinion looks pretty good. It's a little bit low in Singapore. So let's start there. We'll get human.
I will tell our story.
To hit it.
Ready for my mission.
That's Jebediah Kerman.
Standing by.
Your orders.
Okay, and then what's Kerman doing? Okay,
Reporting in.
He can't still investigate this servant counselor. We've actually seen everything before. She must be really low level. She must be a new counselor. So we have to turn her. It's easier if we capture her. It's also an influence-based mission, which is a blonde thing. Hang on. Cancel this. Click on blonde.
Standing by.
He doesn't have turn counselor.
Ready to go.
She does, but I don't think she's good enough to do it without having her in jail. I get it to 69% for only 128. I think I'm going to roll the dice on that.
Reeling them in.
Now, does she have...
At your service.
Untouchable, Attempts to Assassinate, Beloved, Loss of Verse, Martyr, She's Not Gonna Die, Affluent, Media Darling, Brazen, Data Jet. She doesn't have anything scary in terms of me failing. Spoils was from much earlier on in the game, actually. I think chat convinced me to put spoils in there. I actually forgot that it was running. Yeah, I think we're good, and there's nothing we need to worry about in turn counselor. I am going to continue to investigate her in case we lose her, because there's... Why can't I investigate her? Counselor prevents travel to nations with high unrest. Okay, he can't follow her to where she is. We'll just do a surveil here then.
Initiating recon.
Or wherever he's gone.
Acknowledged.
That's fine. That's actually a good place to check. Then we need jobs for Yoma, Groucho, and Hard Python.
Ready to go.
Groucho, I think I'll continue to advise
Offering
here.
counsel.
Yoma, I think I'll get to
Standing by.
advise in Japan.
Offering
And
support.
Hard Python, I think I'll get to advise in the
orders.
Cross. There's not much else going on for them right now. Where is advice for you? I can't see it. Do you not have advice? I thought everybody had advice. You don't have advice. Okay, then you're going to have to... yes, I know they're life extending techs. Oh, sorry, you're talking to Shinobu. Yeah, we need to get the life extending techs researched sooner rather than later. Humanity First are actually making a good push of taking over all of this region of Africa. Quit fighting to Councilor only gets you spotted. Cool. Let's confirm and on pause. Okay. So instantly we have fallen behind on vacuum electrostatic principles, but we have taken control of inertial confinement fusion again. Let's see if we can get this back on control. This is slowing our main research down, but I really wanted to keep control of these. I think it's hugely important that we do. New project available. Coal gun batteries is now available. This is one of our big ones. We need to get this researched ASAP. Our new research project available. Instruments of soft power. Gave +1 to missions to gain a control point or control of a hab. Increases control point management capacity by 10. It's not a bad little research.
Eyes up.
Some good research popping at the moment. We're just not really keeping up.
Assistance.
We're not really keeping up with it.
Initiating surveillance.
The less we burn, the longer we will survive. And the less we depend upon burning our natural resources, the fewer territorial conflicts we will suffer. It is forever bewildering to me how few of us can accept this simple concept.
So
Commissioner Kiran Banerjee, lecture at Beyond Fossil Fuels Conference.
Managed to get in there ahead of us. Hard Python is quick learner, by the way, Salty. The Academy got it, even though we're now showing us in control of the research, which is frustrating. They've researched magnetic plasma confinement, which I don't think is a bad thing for us to pick up. We are also now the research leader here.
They won't listen to reason.
We'll sit on top of that for a little bit.
We've moved the needle.
Alien fleet launches, I'm not too worried, because they're not coming for us. We've still got a year before that carrier arrives, right? Astronaut aboard Herodis base is successfully given birth. Assuming they were for the initiative. Now coal cannons are available. But we really need that coal battery. In an assault ship, so we now have a second assault ship on the way to Earth. Victor 189. This is coming with an assault carrier, a battleship, a cruiser, and a frigate. Here you go. I think it was Crash Test that was asking earlier about the scale of the mothership. We're actually very, very far away from it. But there is a, next to it there is, I think that is a Corvette. It's a gunship. So that's a gunship next to the mothership if you want to scale. The prep for the alien onslaught. What prep for the alien onslaught? We have no mission control. So there's nothing I can really do apart from trying to research coal guns. We will have to fight it at some point. I have beaten them. I did beat them in my other campaign where I was playing as a resistance. I think they sent one to Earth and we absolutely smashed it. I can't make battle stations yet because I haven't researched them yet, but that is my plan. Okay, that is the end of that turn, and I'm afraid to say that it is after midnight with me. So unfortunately, it is now my bedtime. I can tell that I'm getting tired because, as always, my sort of pleasantness starts to fade away, and my ability to make good commentary flops. So we're going to end here. I think we've made a ton of progress tonight. The biggest things are pushing forward deeply into research, getting our habs online. What I need to do between streams is I really need to plan out what our habs are going to look like. I need to make everyone aware of this, so don't leave the stream right yet. I am going on holiday for 3 weeks to the UK. I live in Australia. So getting to the UK or getting to where I'm going is very difficult. It takes a long time and costs a lot of money. I haven't seen my parents for nearly 5 years. So this is a trip that I've been saving up for a really long time. The problem is it means I cannot stream while I'm there. So we're going to miss 3 Terra Invicta streams while I'm away. I will be streaming next week. I'm going to try and do an extra long stream to basically get us as far as we can before I go away and also get me as tired as possible before my flight the next day. So just be aware that the next stream is going to be the last Terra Invicta stream for a few weeks while I take a small holiday to see people I haven't seen in a very, very long time. I hope everyone understands why I'm doing that. I'm not just like having a wee break. I really enjoy playing this. I know I'm not the best player, and I know you all have Spreadsheet Man to watch instead, who's exceptionally good at the game and does everything flawlessly and never makes a mistake. But I'm here as a scrub in the background, doing the best that I can do. So thank you all for watching. I'll see you next week for the last stream. I hope you all have a wonderful week. And I'll get you some more Endless Legend and a couple of other things before I go away. And I'm trying to get a series recorded while I'm gone as well, so there's something uploading to the channel in the meantime. But I'll see you before I go, so don't worry too much. For now, though, my bed is calling. I am very tired. I will see you when I see you. Have a great day. Ciao for now.